Welcome back to Sportscy. Today we're actually walking around the campus of the school that I used to go to here in Miami, and it is Barry University, the same alma mater of Shaquille O'Neal. Yes, check me out. So when I used to go here for grad school, I used to struggle to stay asleep, to stay awake when I was studying in the library, because grad school is really hard going from undergrad to grad school. So I used to always come here in this cafe, and I would always get a colada, which is a Cuban coffee, a lot of caffeine, and I'm just taking that straight up just so I can stay up and get ready for my workout. I'm at my first personal training job. Let's show you what that gym floor was like. They've renovated it since I used to work here, but you might see some signs that I left behind. Now, you may be wondering why I'm showing you a random squat. This area right here is where I made a lot of gains, especially when I did the squat almost every day. For 2 months, I remember I was squatting 4 to 6 times a week, and my legs got huge. I got a lot stronger, and this was the area that it happened. And proof that I got stronger is that I still have my name in the 1K club up there. Your boy. Combined bench squat, deadlift, right on there. Like right there, that's where for me I made a lot of gains. That's where I persevered a lot of times. And this trip has been very meaningful for me because turning 30 and then coming here, really was not expecting like so many new additions. But it's really cool because I'm able to look back that this was like me 4 years ago. This is where it all started, and I'm excited where else it's gonna go for the next year. You know, so we'll see where it goes on. So now I'm actually just probably gonna get out of these people's hair, and I'm probably gonna go and hang out the rest of the day and just catch up with some old friends. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go. That's the same one that Paul Walker had in Fast and Furious, and that is a dope car. I love that car, and I want to own that car. That car is about performance. That guy's doing an engine build, like, so, yeah, this was dope. It's like, who would have known, right? Welcome back to Sportscy. Today is my last day in Miami, and man, it is a jam-packed one. I am running out of time, and I need to make sure that I get a lot of things done before I leave. And right now, I'm about to go head over to the gym and show y'all how to improve your front squat. And one of the things that I want to tackle is making sure that you improve your grip and knee injury prevention, and also work a little bit on ankle mobility. So I'm just going to work on hip mobility, ankle mobility, and a little bit of wrist mobility, all to help you get your front squat better so that you can start adding those into your program. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. I'm in one of my favorite facilities. This is where I learned a lot of the stuff, and I got to train some athletes when I still lived in Miami. This is Bomberita Performance Systems. I'm over here at the Davie facility. We're gonna go through all the important exercises that you can do to improve your ankle mobility, your wrist mobility, and your hip mobility to make your front squat that much better. All right, here we go. Without going too much further ado, let's make this front squat better. So all those muscle ups I did on my birthday, I am still feeling it in my chest, I'm feeling it in my lats. But the reason why this is important, what I'm about to do for my lats, is that anytime you're doing front squats, like your lats are all attached to the triceps, and so that's what allows you to where you can bring your elbows higher and able to actually bring the weight in the higher area in your shoulder area, so that you can actually place it in this crevice that it creates the higher you go. But sometimes people are limited by the range of motion, and that's a lot of times due to their lats being tight. So I'm going to show you a real quick exercise on how I release my lats so I can have increased range of motion so that my front squats can be better. So there, me doing my lat stretch, you can see my hand, I first grab my hand into the band, and then I actually just keep my arms straight, elbows locked, and then I just sit back on my hips so I get a full extension. You're not really using your arms to pull the band. All you're just using is actually having your arms there straightened out, and then it activates your lats. And actually, if you grab the band and then turn your hand upside down, supinated underhand, and keep sitting back, you'll actually start to feel a bigger stretch. So that's one of the ways that you're going to increase your range of motion. And as I showed you there, it's like if you look at the difference between my left arm and my right arm could go much further back, so increased range of motion. So that actually meant that now I could actually front squat even better and have it in a better position. Now let's work on another area. Now when it comes to wrist exercises, there's different things that you can do. So at first, you can wrap your hands together and then just go back in circles. In areas that you're feeling a little bit of pressure or feeling pain, you kind of want to stay in those areas. Right now, I'm fine, so there's no issue with this. This is just a simple exercise. This is something that you do throughout the day and just try to get better. I'm not hypnotizing you. This is just something that you can actually do for your wrist mobility. So, wrist mobility and flexibility. Now, for mobility, we're going to go a little bit lower on the ground, and I'm going to show you how to use a band to make sure to where you have increased range of motion in terms of your flexion and extension. That one, the little variation is when I bring the band and I'm bringing my knee forward, I'm actually getting a full Achilles tendon stretch that you feel when you have shin splints when you haven't run in a while. So that's a muscle that needs to be developed so that you can have better ankle mobility and protect those knees. Lift my big toe, which is another way of really recruiting the muscles in that area and really challenging it, making your ankle mobility better. But now let's go to, this is a great machine to help your ankle mobility, especially make your tibialis anterior that much better. Here we go. It's going to be totally natural for you when you do this exercise that you're going to feel it a little bit in your toes. That's because all the muscles are connected, and you're going to feel a little feeling it. All the muscles around the area are going to start cramping up. All that tells you is that you just need to increase your ankle mobility, and you just need to make your tibialis anterior that much better. All right, so that does it in terms of what we needed to do here today. We needed to make sure that we cover every area that we can improve our front squats on. Hip mobility is something that you already have to do if you're trying to work on your squats, but then if you're really trying to work on your front squats, one of the first things that I mentioned is your lats. If your lats are really tight, then you're gonna have an issue with range of motion. You're not gonna be able to put the weight all the way up, and you're not gonna be comfortable as you go down because you're gonna be leaning forward. And if you're leaning forward, you're not putting the pressure on your heels, which is what you're supposed to do when you're doing a front squat or when you're doing a regular squat. Now, the other thing also, I showed you a terminal knee extension thing that I do for the tibialis anterior, and then I showed you the tibialis stand. I'm really running out of time today just because I gotta fly out to Miami, haven't even finished packing. But if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. There's a lot of cool things that we're going to be learning here on Sportscy. We're going to be talking about sports, we're going to be talking about athletic performance and ways to improve all of them and ways that they all relate. All right, I'll catch y'all next time. Check me out. Alright, so welcome back. Alright, so now I'm in the last couple hours of being in Miami. I've been running around. I was terrible at packing. So now I'm about to go visit one of my friends. If you're ever traveling, especially if you're trying to stay in shape, and you can't get access to a gym like I have past couple of days, is what you want to do is actually make sure that you invest in some resistance bands, because if you invest in some resistance bands, you can still get a lot of workouts done. I mean, one of my favorites is band walks. My clients definitely know that I always make them do band walks for glute work, but it's also important for athletes. Another one that I suggest is that you travel with either a softball or rumble roller. A rumble roller is ideal because you're going to be able to get some of the bigger muscles, and because it has ridges on its surface, you'll actually get deeper massage, for lack of a better word, so that you can actually recover better. Right now, earlier today, because of like all those muscle ups that I did, my back, everything was like still really tight. My chest is still really tight, and I rolled a little bit before I just left, and now I feel much better. So when I get on the flight in a few hours, I'm going to be in a much better position, and I'm going to be ready to travel across the coast and, you know, treat my day tomorrow like it's just another day. All right, so I'll catch y'all once we get over to the Midtown area of Miami. All right, check me out.
We don't want any.
Hi, I'm looking for Colin Kaepernick fan. I'm naturally the guy that has to like come into your place and visit your balcony. Woo! Woo!
I finally got a sick view for the first time in my life.
Oh man, this is nice. Got tennis courts. Got a pool. Got the view of South Beach, the skyline. Why am I going back to LA again? Oh yeah, because I got work to do, that's why. Otherwise, I'd stay home. Sweet home cooking. Show them the other time zone.